Ben, we've got some questions for you from followers of official_RFU on Twitter. It took seconds of us saying that we were meeting you today for them to come back.
Yeah.
Apart
from the abusive ones.
Apart from the abusive ones. And all sorts really. One question from Julia Barber, who's following us. Do you get any pangs about playing again at this time of year or on the eve of a World Cup?
I think I have fond memories of that. You know, I've moved on in my rugby from my rugby career now after retiring, and you know, I look back on my rugby career with fond memories and great memories, and you know, now with doing the Stand Up Foundation, you know, my goals have changed, and you know, it's about, you know, stopping bullying and wherever it occurs now, and you know, we've had a lot of success with it, and I'm really enjoying that and what we're doing now.
Another follower, Matt Swarbrick, asked us a question exactly about that. What made you set up your foundation to beat bullying?
Yeah, it happened actually. It was a murder of my father who tried to break up a fight in a nightclub we owned in 2000, and then I found I had a big gay following about 5-6 years ago, and being in a privileged position to make a difference, and now which we went on to do, and now that, you know, the Stand Up Foundation is about creating a brand to give it longevity and supporting other charities and foundations out there do great work, and we don't want to compete with them, you know, so which we managed to do, you know, worldwide. So it's very much on the way. It's very fast moving, and you know, loving every minute of it.
From a guy called Web DJ, if you were still in the England team, who would you like to see playing inside you at 12 and 13?
Oh, is that the mystery guest one?
Not quite. You could say Mike Tindall and Will Greenwood, couldn't you?
Yeah, you know, could you say Will Greenwood? I think Will Greenwood was the brains of that back line. You know, Johnny Wilkes was fantastic of keeping the scoreboard ticking over, but you know, Will Greenwood was fantastic in that back line. He's probably a person who's probably very, very underestimated of actually what he did in that side. And but he had a lot of experience in that time, you know, with Matt Dawson, and you know, obviously with Johnny and Delay or Eight, and the unsung heroes, the likes of Richard Hill and, you know, Martin Johnson in the second row. So it's at the moment, for current stage, I think if you're going to play a wide, expansive game, I'd probably say Wilkinson at 10 and Flood 12, and then probably look at a good power runner at 13. Maybe if you're going to go, say, all balls out, then Manu Tuolangi, who hasn't got any experience, but if you're going to edge your bets a little bit, I think that you could look at Tyndall or someone with someone like maybe you know, Happy at 13, someone who can play an all-out attack. But you do lose a power runner then, so you do really need a good power runner, your go-to man who give you go forward ball, and that as someone like Manu or Tyndall could bring. So, but I think we're going to have to look at someone like Flood and Wilson at 10 and 12. Okay,
now here's the mystery guest. Following us on Twitter is Cheryl Calder, who is asking me, are your eyes still fit?
My eyes are still fit. Cheryl Calder.
Explain to people who Cheryl Calder is, first of all.
That woman has been a lovely South African lady who trains your eyes, the muscles in your eyes, that weight train your eyes, as Clive would put it. And it was about recognising space a hell of a lot quicker, you know. So when you're in the heat of the battle, that actually when you look up to look away, and that time of like nanoseconds of spotting that space, and then looking back at the ball and focusing very quickly. We did training that, so we train, you know, 3 times a day on computers and with magnifying glasses, like different types of glasses, and focusing and in and out on objects short and far away. But she went on to do us in England in 2003, then went to coach and do the work with South Africa in 2007. So she's back-to-back World Cup winning sides, you know, and she did a fantastic job. Did a fantastic job with us. Actually, very underrated again, but it worked very well.
It made a difference to you.
It made a difference. In fact, some people who wore glasses didn't have to wear glasses so often because they were training their eyes. It was very good. I've got to say, I speak very highly of it. It was very good. I always remember a story about Cheryl Calder. We were down in New Zealand just after actually the New Zealand and Australia tour after the World Cup in 2003. And I shouldn't laugh, but it was just she was walking off the pitch at the end on the dead ball line, and Mike Katz from somewhere like the halfway line, and we were doing some kicking practices, and he hit this perfectly spiral ball, and then she was walking behind the sticks, and he went through the post and literally got her right on the head, and literally everyone, she was like horizontal in the air, everyone just went, oh my god, I hope she's going to be alright. But she was alright, she was dazed, and I think it knocked her out a little bit, but it was just, how could someone pinpoint that kick? It was just totally coincidence, but it's amazing how she got it.
How long did it take somebody to say she should have seen it coming? That's the
yeah.
the question.
Exactly. That was what I was going to say. Did you see that coming? The answer is no.
I remember watching, this is a sideline, we're going off on a tangent, but that doesn't matter. I remember watching her on the Gold Coast working with people, I think it might have been with Matt Dawson actually, with on their peripheral vision with them sort of sat in front of a net, and different balls and different shapes and sizes would come in from all angles.
Would rebound.
You had to get on the rebound,
Yeah, no, it's very good, and that's what you want from scrum half, because generally he gets, you know, the balls come out at different angles all the time. So an untidy one and always shit out the back of a ruck, and you know, you've got to have lightning reflexes.
Back to the Twitter questions. A guy called Andy Brown 16. What was the most memorable moment in your career as a player when you were at school?
At school, probably the actual first time I played. I didn't really play a lot of rugby at school. There weren't rugby schools, but the way I got into rugby was totally by accident, and that was I was staying over a friend's house on Friday night. I played rugby at my middle school the next day, and I hadn't been up long at the school anyway, and I went along to go and watch. Never really knew anything about rugby, or actually I didn't probably know anything about rugby, and they were short of numbers, so I had to play, and the only position that was available was prop. So that was my introduction of rugby, and I only played once, and then I went up to my upper school. It was near the end of school anyway, and had an open day down my junior club, and I went from 1 to 15 in one game, so I didn't stay there very long.
Good. And finally, this is the most bizarre question we've had for anybody for a long time. Glad you'll see Ben Cohen. What is your favourite biscuit?
Oh, I wouldn't say biscuit at the moment, but I used to really be into tiffin slices, but I realised having like 1 or 2 a day wasn't really ideal, so I tried a healthier option, a granola bar. So granola bar at the moment. I do like the granola bars.
I'm very impressed.